Just...
Oh, that's beautiful.
What'd you say, bitch? Okay, dude. Are we going? Oh, my God! We clapped. Oh, my God. This is a great day in the Slop City country. We have new host, Judah Friedlander, or Dusty Slave, whichever guy you think I look like today. But also, we have new cameras. Look at us. You can see. Can you see us good? Sound off in comments if it's good cameras.
Can you see my mustache?
Yeah, can you see her mustache that was supposed to be removed by laser hair removal?
Yep. Hair getting darker and stronger.
How many how many more sessions do you have of that? Or is it done?
Oh, no. You do it for like 16 months.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Every 6 to 8 weeks.
Dude, I don't even shave my pussy that often.
Well, it's not shaving. It's zapping it out with a laser.
I understand, but I'm saying like that is a process.
The mustache is definitely getting thinner. This part of my chin right here, where there were only 3 to 4 hairs, now there's approximately 50.
Are you freaking kidding me?
Yeah, and I told the guy the other day when I went in, he was like, trying not to act alarmed.
You see him be like, oh, this is not a problem. And he pulls a fire alarm. Oh, my God. Everything is fine. Seriously, do not be alarmed. Can we get somebody in here immediately? This is a problem.
No, what he probably did, though, was turn the laser from 8 to 10.
Oh, yeah.
Because it was extra zappy this time. Tick, tick.
He goes,
flipped
all right.
a couple switches.
He
really got me. It was singeing.
So
I could smell a burning hair.
Wow. What did he say? Were you like, well, what's going on is all of a sudden there's more hair on the bottom?
And he was like, typically, he said something like, when we see laser-induced hair
horniness,
growth.
he just starts saying things that don't make... typically, when we see laser-induced sexual... hypnosis is actually what it's called at some spas. We like to give it time to bud on its own and grow its own mind of its own and kind of see where it's going, you know? So we may not it's not the same for everybody. You know, you signed that paper. It said that it's not the same for everybody.
Yeah. And of course, you've probably had some hormonal changes, right?
I mean, you have PCOS, right? You're like, nope, just because I'm fat doesn't mean I have PCOS.
He named like a couple other things.
He's like, okay, so you have lupus. He's just guessing. Okay.
So you started on testosterone.
So... Name is Libbie Higgins. Got it. Okay. Got that right.
And you are a male, correct?
And you did write down M for your gender, right? Did you mark the M box?
No.
Okay. Which one did you mark? Did you mark the M?
F.
F. Okay. So you marked the F? Interesting. Looks like we've got some discrepancies. We got this new secretary. Her name is Lillian, and boy, is she a looker. I mean, easy on the eyes, if you know what I'm saying. But can't read worth a shit. You know what I'm saying?
You're not really supposed to sexually harass your fellow
I'm not sexually harassing her. I'm commenting objectively on her appearance.
All right, I feel uncomfortable.
She's a looker.
You mean she looks around?
I mean, she literally yeah. She's always looking around.
Oh, I thought you meant she was good looking.
Oh, no. One of the ugliest people I've ever seen in my life, actually. Just for my taste, you know. I don't like makeup.
I just want to, what was your name?
Me?
Yeah.
Derek.
I just wanted to comment how I like how you bought your professional doctor notebook at Marshall's.
Oh, yeah. Oh, boy, it is a steal there. $9.99.
That is incredible.
And here's the kicker. Okay. Compare it $13. That's what I love about it. I like to see the price that things were before. That's
right.
Probably how you felt. You're a Groupon laser hair removal.
Yep.
Okay. See,
Got me.
You think I judge you on a lot of stuff, but, you know, most of the things so far I've been wrong about. But that one, I was right. I knew it. So let me tell you today, that was me doing a bow. Let me tell you today, your laser hair removal appointment today is just going to be $212. Compare at $439 plus tip. Pretty good.
But I don't think I should have to pay because I'm growing more hair. I didn't come to this clinic to get more hair.
Now, what? So give me the lowdown, because I haven't been your clinician. Yeah,
you weren't last time.
I've not been your clinician each time. So if you could give me a rundown. I've got everything here in my files right here. I can see, but I'd like to hear it from your mouth, the way that you perceive that things are going.
Well, this is what happened. Before I came in here, had a pretty thick mustache.
Okay.
I'd say
sorry,
maybe 12 to 15 hairs on each side.
Okay. So
wiry.
So we're not talking like a handlebar mustache like those fucking hipster guys or anything like that. You're talking about just a few,
hairs that I didn't want.
Okay, sure.
And then,
Were people bullying you?
Nobody said anything ever. It was me.
So you weren't getting...
I just didn't want to have to get rid of the facial hair.
You weren't getting bullied?
No.
Okay, that's fine. We like to ask that.
Not to my face.
Oh, sure. Oh, people are definitely talking about you behind your back. I'm going to let you know that right now. I mean, you should hear. I've put tape recorders before in here.
Do you guys still have tape recorders?
Yeah, I've pulled out my Phillips tape recorder and
wow.
Just
Did you get it at Marshall's?
No. No. I actually got it from my grandfather who passed away in a fiery crash. Ooh. So
sorry
from his house. No, thanks a lot. I appreciate it. He wasn't a race car driver. He was actually driving what we thought was a safe station wagon, a Volvo.
Mm-hmm.
Truly, I mean, it's supposed to be one of the safest cars in the world. You've heard that, right?
I have, yeah.
Everyone's heard that.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's heard a Volvo is one of the safest cars ever. So Grandpa Dean, driving in a station wagon, Volvo station wagon, just tooting along, had a great day from what I heard.
He was farting?
No, he was...
What? Why are you guys laughing?
Do you have a low IQ or something? No, I'm just kidding. Just joshing you. Okay. Why did you think he was farting?
You said he was tooting around.
He was tooting along.
Oh.
He's tooting along.
Oh, okay.
It's like plugging along. Who
is that guy over there anyway?
Oh, that is he's a inspector.
For the lasers?
No, I'm just farting around. He's not an inspector. He's just in here kind of just making sure nothing happens.
Oh, I like that because when I go to my gynecologist, she'll have her and her nurse in there.
Yeah. So he's just honestly, he doesn't do anything, truly. Doesn't do a lot for this place, but what he does do is come in and give you a chuckle every now and then. It's something. So
I love it.
I mean, it's good for my self-esteem.
I love it.
See what I'm saying?
It's funny.
Yeah, that's nice.
That's funny.
So what were we talking about? Grandpa Dean.
The hair
crash.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Grandpa Dean.
Yeah, but
you're making this about you when really it's about my excessive hair growth.
You know what? Then let me just stop right there. I don't just
go ahead. What happened to Dean?
It's just fine. I was just trying to tell you about something special to me. I mean, I blocked off 2 hours for you. Your procedure's only 32 minutes, maybe 38 with the extra hairs.
I mean, the first time it was 15, and that was with getting ready, cleaning my face, and putting the aloe on after.
Who was it?
Janine.
I know why it was 15 minutes, because Janine isn't as good as me. She's just not. She's not as good as me. See? You heard him laugh. He knows. He knows what's going on.
He is funny. I like him.
Hey, have you ever heard Janine talk this much in an appointment?
Never once.
Yep. See?
Oh, he's got such a deep voice.
By the Bible. Hand on the sword.
Well, you don't have to do all that.
Yeah, no, I'm just, but yeah. Either way, I was just saying, I just want to know if you were getting bullied because we do this, campaign here. It's like laser hair. It's a song, actually, is what we do. It's a song. It's like laser hair removal. Don't let them bully you.
I've heard that on the radio.
Yeah.
That's why I came in here because
exactly.
Every time I'm driving and I'm just laser hair removal. Don't let them bully you.
Yeah, so it's a good jingle. It really gets lodged in your brain cells, if you know what I'm saying.
Whenever Whenever I first came in and they had me fill out the questionnaire, it said, "How'd you hear about us?" And I just put the lyrics to that song because I thought that was pretty cool.
I am so glad to hear that because I love that song. I didn't write it, but I mean, I will say that any chance I get to promote it, I'm promoting it.
That is, I mean, it doesn't actually say the name of your business.
Nope.
But that doesn't matter because when I
we
think
say
of
it at the end. You know, it's just kind of, we should have probably put the business name in there, don't you think?
Yeah.
That was
But that's okay because I knew how to find you guys.
Kind of a missed opportunity.
Because I asked my aunt, I said, you know that commercial? And I started singing Laser Harry, and she sang along.
Yeah.
And then we sat there a few minutes. I said, what is the name of that? And she goes, and she kept singing it over and over. Laser hair removal, let them bully you.
You guys were boogieing.
And then it was Ideal Image. And I was like, of course.
That's the best. I love that part when it gets really high at the end and it almost feels like you're talking to, you know, like a fake person, you know, and they're like, Ideal Image. It's so good. It's a good song. I'm glad you like that. That's good. Good stuff we're doing today.
Yeah.
This is good.
And I love sitting here chatting with you, but I do have another appointment
Sure.
after this, and I just wanted to address
Okay, so let's just,
patch.
here, this is what we'll do for Grandpa Dean. R.I.P. Grandpa Dean.
All right, R.I.P.
There. So sending up prayers to him. So, okay, give me the lowdown. There's more hair coming in.
So I bought a package, you know, because that's how these places get you. Kind of like a pyramid scheme. It's like, just buy this package.
For sure. It's a Groupon, so I think you should specify that when saying that.
And I fell for it. But so I wanted this mustache area treated and also my chin. Because there was, you know, I'd look in the mirror in the car and see 3, 5, 7 hairs sticking out. Not a lot.
Sure.
You know, for an older woman, that's not a lot.
No, I mean, I have seen some woman with some caca.
Some caca? Caca? I don't get it. Guys. Guys, I don't get it.
Oh, man. Fuck, I broke.
You broke what, sir?
No. I have seen some caca on some ladies' faces before.
Well,
let me tell you.
And
which, if that's what you're into, not a problem.
Well, it was not that I wasn't into it. I just didn't want to maintain that. It was annoying. You know?
Can you clear
it was annoying.
Can you make sure to clear your throat?
Sorry about that.
Yeah, clear your throat.
I'm nervous.
Next time you try to talk and something like that happens,
I'm
just
nervous.
Pause.
I'm nervous because I'm going to be honest with you. I Googled laser-induced hair growth and some searches came up.
Oh, that's a thing.
That's a thing.
Oh, that it
you
can
didn't
actually
know
get
that's
worse.
A thing, sir?
No, I actually unfortunately did it.
Yeah, it's a thing, and
I'll have to check that
So
out.
now I have a whole patch. I'm going to call it a patch because it's more than a few. You know?
Yeah.
And then I thought, well, I'm not religious, but this is God's way of saying, hey, you should have accepted what I gave you. Now you're getting. For each hair, you're getting 20 more, lady.
Well, that is a very scary thought, but I mean, I've had multiple near-death experiences, and I will tell you, and I can promise you right now, there ain't no God.
Okay.
Yeah,
so it's
you're
just
good
a fluke of nature, is what you're telling me.
It's just an accident.
But why did it only happen on this one side, though? The other side is...
I mean, it could be something related to your biology.
Right, and everything's exactly the same.
Biology, I think.
Yeah, everything's exactly the same. No hormonal changes.
Have you been putting any illicit substances into your body? And it can be any cavity. It doesn't just have to be your mouth. Or your nostrils. I mean, we're talking.
Does that really have anything to do with that?
Well, I mean, it could be affecting your numbers. It could be affecting your platelet count.
If it was affecting, it would affect both sides, though, not just the one.
Yeah. I mean, it could be maybe is your right side of your body stronger than your left side?
I wouldn't say
have
it's
you ever
that
noticed?
I wouldn't say it's that much stronger.
I noticed you're a righty.
So you're telling me that because this side's strong, it's keeping those new hairs from coming out?
I mean, you know, it's kind of like you go to pick something up and you do it with your dominant hand and you're like, ooh, that was easy. And then you go to pick something up with your non-dominant hand, you're kind of like, ugh, that's really struggling.
I don't pick stuff up with my chin, though. And especially on the left side.
For sure. Well, I mean, yeah.
Wait a minute, I got to clear my throat.
Yeah, thank you so much for that. It's a pet peeve of mine. Always has been.
So I
People
just want to
talking
know.
with their throats not clear.
I don't want any more small talk. Can you get rid of this patch?
Well, here is what I can promise you today, Libbie, okay? I, Derek Carr, that's a football player. I, Derek Carr, promise, solemnly swear to you as a member of the Ideal Image team that I am going to do whatever I can to fucking blast those fucking hairs right out of your chin today.
Okay.
And I'm going to go full force. Now, I'm going to up the ante, okay? You know, Red Rover, guess what? Those hairs are going to be, yeah. Oh, yeah. Someone's doing a backflip over that stronghold that I've got, okay?
Oh.
So that was a bit of a confusing metaphor.
Yeah.
What I'm trying to say is I'm going to up the ante today. I'm going to take that little knob that's usually at about, 6 or something like that. I'm going to crank it up to a 10, and we're going to go full blast. Oh, yeah.
Is that safe?
Oh, it's safe for sure.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm just going to blast it right out of there, and I promise you, next week, if you come back, then you're a superhuman. You ever seen the movie Unbreakable with Bruce Willis and Samuel L. Jackson?
What if next week I come back and I've got a half of a goatee growing? Then
we're going to absolutely have to call a doctor. We're going to have to call the dermatology clinic at the university of whatever university we can find. We're going to get to the bottom of this. But I promise you that Ideal Image will most likely not pay for any of it. So
there isn't a money back guarantee because I signed something that said if this happened, it's my responsibility.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's what I figured.
Yeah. So
oftentimes I know before I sign stuff like this. You know, when I was younger,
do the same thing.
I signed a Vic Tanny contract.
Yep.
Was in it for 4 years.
You're telling me I got locked into. Here's what I did. You won't believe this. Signed a Vic Tanny contract. Got locked into it for 6 years. Also, didn't know I was signing away my parental rights to my child at one point.
My God.
Accidentally signed a paper my ex gave me, and boom, just like that, kids I signed away the rights accidentally. Didn't read it. That's what happens when you don't read stuff.
Yeah, I skimmed through it, but I thought, I'm just this is something I want to do for myself.
Yeah.
And it turns out this has not been a good thing.
I am going to do whatever I can to help you. And like I said, I'm going to blast this out. I'm going to blast those hairs into outer space. You ever heard of outer space?
Yeah. Everybody's heard of outer space. It's outer space.
Have you ever heard of outer space? So,
ooh.
You ever, what?
It smells like a turd.
You ever heard of outer space?
Yeah, I've heard of it. Why?
Well, I'm going to do my absolute best to blast those little freaking chin hairs you got onto your chin into outer space, and you'll never see them again, okay? I can almost promise you that, okay?
Can you guarantee it?
I would not use that word, and that's just what I've been advised by my attorneys, and, just in general. I try to not say the word guarantee, but here's what I will say. I might be able to squeeze you in for an extra.
Well, I did read on the thing, it said no more than every 6 to 8 weeks. I wouldn't want to go.
Oh, yeah. Just come back at the time specified on the paper. Like I said, I just...
Well, you said you'd be able to squeeze me in. I thought you meant like an extra treatment.
Oh, no. I do mean an extra treatment. But
that's not safe.
No, no, it's an extra treatment, but it's going to be after those 6-8 weeks. So we got you, all right? I think you're just looking a little too hard into this, okay? Because what's going on... And that's something that you got to realize, you're getting more hairs, but they're thinner. And that's something you need to figure out. No,
they're actually thicker.
I'm looking at it
and
right now.
wiry. Right.
I'm looking at it right now.
Well, they're wiry.
Huh.
Imagine you're snuggled up against your boyfriend if you had one.
Okay.
And you felt his chin. That's how mine feels right now.
Yeah. Some people love that.
Well,
maybe you should learn to love it.
My husband doesn't. He's very particular about me, how I keep my hairstyle, my lipstick.
Oh, wow.
You think if Ronald feels this chin, he's going to be happy about it?
Well, I'm willing to bet he's been so drunk he ain't even noticed that that's even there. So, yeah, my lunch just came, though, so let's just get let's just, I said I'd be doing it 38 minutes, but I'm looking at the salad right now. It's in front of me, and I'm not saying that I'm going to take a couple bites while I'm blasting those chins into outer space, but I may be taking a few bites.
I would never know because I have those little metal goggles on.
Oh, yeah. So, do you want me to put a pepperoni in your mouth or something while we do this?
No. Your guy will, though.
Oh, shit. Dude, how long did we just do that for? Because it felt like a while.
21 minutes.
4 minutes.
Oh, man. Could you clear your throat?
Yeah, I'm very upset about my chin.
Yeah, I mean...
And he said so many things. Have you had any hormonal changes?
Of course he did.
Have you been plucking, waxing? You know, the stuff you're not supposed to do. I'm like, no.
Why aren't you supposed to pluck, wax, or any of that?
You can't do it while you're in laser treatment because they want the root of the hair to be in there.
Come out easier.
They want it just to be, they're destroying the root.
Okay.
So if you pull it out, there is no root hair, I guess.
You haven't plucked them or done any of that?
No.
I don't see them on your chin.
Yeah, because I have to shave them.
Oh, you're allowed to shave?
You can shave. You just can't pull the hair out.
Oh.
And I really did. And me being mostly an atheist thought, well, this is what God's punishing me for trying to alter my appearance. That's really what I thought for about 2 days.
Here's what if that was the case.
He would have done it on both sides?
Yeah.
I'm good.
I just want to get a pepperoni for right now.
Getting the pepperoni. Getting the pepperoni. That camera's so clear, you could probably see Randy's ding-dong bouncing. Randy Cash mentioned me in a story.
Yeah, he probably put something on his Instagram while we've been doing this. I would be willing to bet that.
Yep, that's exactly what he did.
I don't know, man. I've thought about getting laser hair removal on my pussy area, but then I'm also like, I don't know. I kind of like having it sometimes.
And it would hurt because this little area up here, it doesn't hurt bad, but I can't imagine sitting there because it's just a little area that I do at a time. It's like 7 or 8 up here. And then a bunch down here, you know? I can't imagine getting that on your private area.
Oh, God, no.
It would take forever. And the guy, though, that came out to get me, this is a different guy. His name wasn't Derek. It was Vinny.
Whoa.
The cutest guy ever. Had the most beautiful makeup on. Then he comes out and he's like, Libbie? And I was like, yep. And he goes, oh, my God. Are you on YouTube? And I was like, well, this is embarrassing.
What did you say?
I go, yeah. He goes, I know who you are.
Oh.
We had a great time, and he's had such beautiful skin and the most perfect beard. But he said, girl, I just laser vaginas all day. And I laughed.
I still haven't gone in to get a Brazilian or anything because I'm just like, man, I want to get a Brazilian, but I know they see pussies all day long, but I'm just like nervous about it.
They don't give a darn.
I want to get a spray tan, and I'm scared to get naked in front of the lady. It's like, why am I?
Oh, don't look at my little pee-pee.
I'm like, oh my God, you're gonna look at my little pink pussy, dude. These two friends I work with, they're like both ungodly skinny, which is fine, but like, I mean, they're just very thin girls. And this girl comes up to me. Her name's Veronica, the one I told you I'm obsessed with, watches the dogs and stuff. She comes up to me at work and she's like, do you have an outie or an innie? And I was like, I mean, an innie, dude. I was like, I'm fat. My belly button goes like, there's a roll, it's horizontal. And then she goes, oh no, I mean your pussy. And I go, what? And she goes, I have an outie. And I go, it's because you're too fucking skinny, dude. I go, add a little fucking meat on those bones and your clit will be hidden. I go, mine's been hidden. I said, even when I was skinny, mine was always hidden.
Oh, she's talking about her.
She's talking about her pussy. And then she goes, me and my sissy both have outies. And her sister walks up a minute later. And I was like, hey, your sister just told me you got an outie pussy. And she was like, kind of looked at her like, what the fuck, Veronica? Like, I was
I
like,
have to meet these gals.
I'm obsessed with them.
Whoa!
I am obsessed with them. They're so funny. We scream, cry, laugh. I told you about the turkey chili pussy, right?
I don't remember.
Okay. I don't think I've talked about it on the pod. So these girls, like, they're like giving me life in my hopefully like last year of working at my job.
You almost said it.
I did. I got this close. So they're giving me life, and I'm hoping it's probably my last year or two working there or whatever. And I mean, listen, I know I talk shit a lot about my bar job, but I do. They are so good to me. Like, I'm very fortunate. I don't know any other fucking person that works at a restaurant that could just go and be gone for like 3 months, and then they just like welcome me back and are like, great, you come on back. So,
Come on back.
I am very fortunate that they let me do that because, but I mean, I started stand-up the year I started working there. I started stand-up beginning of 2015. I've been there since September of 2015. That was my Diet Coke lid. Don't be alarmed. Don't need it because I'm about to freaking chug this. You know what I'm saying? Dude, everything about me right now, like, I just looked at myself. I look like I'm like a walking advertisement. I'm like, yeah, so this is a really nice plastic thing. I just look like everything I'm wearing.
You should be an advertisement for this ranch. Because it is good. This is a deep set fork.
That
you see the
that is
detail on
fucking
that?
good ranch.
Look at that deep set fork.
That is, it's almost like a spoon. I think that's what's so nice about that one. That is a good fork because it's got almost like the sides of it kind of scoop in so you can really scoop your items. Have you ever had a flat fork and you're trying to get like the last of your mashed potatoes or something?
Yeah, like where you can buy 10 of those forks at Walmart that are into one thing together.
Yeah, they just like, they're that thick. What was I talking about? Oh, talking about my job. But yeah, so these girls give me life, dude. And there was one day, one of the girls told me, I was like, dude, I need to get the fuck home and shower right now. I feel disgusting. And she was like, you got turkey chili pussy. And turkey chili is a thing that this restaurant bar I work at that's like everybody's obsessed with. People love the turkey chili. And she was like,
Donald loved it.
yeah. She was like, oh, you got turkey chili pussy right now. And I was like, what the fuck did you just say to me? And she repeated it, and she's like, we just started saying it to each other. I was like, that's the funniest fucking thing I've ever heard.
I want to meet
in
her
my life.
immediately.
Oh my God, I was dying. She's so fucking funny.
Give me her Instagram.
We have a group chat with all of us called Turkey Chili Pussy Committee.
Whatever happened to...
Incredible.
Did we talk about this on here? The fella smelling like weed? Did we talk about that on here or privately?
I think we talked about it privately when I was in Nashville.
God, I swear I thought we talked about it.
What, the guy I fucking work with that comes in, literally walks in with like the reddest eyes. He's like,
I want to know an update on him. How's he smelling lately?
not like weed, because I gave him a fucking vape pen. Here's what happened.
Does he love it?
Yeah. Oh, he loves it. I went and bought him a new cartridge or whatever at the medical store the other day. And the flavor of it was like key lime sorbet. And I was wondering, I'm like, man, I was like, hey, Malik, I'm like, let me get a hit of that. I want to try it. And I was like, is it good? He's like, oh, yeah. And I can tell he's just ripped, stoned to the bone. He's like, yeah, it's really good. And I was like, okay, cool. I take a hit of it. Forgot I smoked weed. 15 minutes later, I'm so high. At work. And like we're closing down, so it's not like I really, there was like 2 customers left or whatever. They're getting ready to be done with all their shit, closing out, and I'm cleaning. Dude, I'm literally standing there for like probably, I don't know, a minute, just at the computer going, what the fuck was I doing? I'm looking around, and then I was like, oh my God, I'm high. And dude, it took everything to get me going because I was like kind of just relaxing and like enjoy. I was like cleaning and enjoying
That's
it.
you guys in Mexico.
Yeah, right. Rafe could not believe. He was like, oh my God, you guys are high. Rafe would literally the whole time had no idea what was wrong with us and then figured out after like an hour that we're fucking high.
Did we tell that story on here?
No, did we? I don't think we did.
I can't remember. Do you remember hearing the story about that?
Okay. Well, then I'm going to tell
You got a couple stories to tell here.
I definitely got to tell that one. Let me finish the one real quick with the guy that I work with. So basically,
and I'll take some bites while you're doing
you
it.
take some bites and I'll chat. So basically, the owner of my the owner of my job comes up to me and he always talks to me about stuff, which is hilarious. And I'm like, oh, I'm viewed as like one of the most responsible people there. And it's like, huh? Me? Like I am so stupid. How am I the most responsible person? Do you guys know? I don't think I ever told anybody about this on the podcast because I was so embarrassed and I was in such a bad spot in life. During COVID, during 2020, I got blackout drunk at work. Here's what happened. And I'm going to give you guys a play-by-play on this and why it's so funny that everyone views me as responsible there now. I was very depressed during COVID. Extra depressed.
I'm not laughing at you. I'm sorry.
I was so depressed and I like didn't realize it because I wasn't seeing any friends. I wasn't doing stand-up. We were doing the fucking podcast over Zoom. Every day literally felt like Groundhog Day. And then on top of that, I was going to work at my job and I mean, I was just fucking drained. So it's like I wasn't really getting this R&R that everybody said we were getting because we were doing to-goes and all of that, which I'm very grateful for because I never missed rent during COVID. I never missed any bills. Like I did well, whatever. But besides the fact, so basically I'm getting off work and Rafe would be like, Tina, like what the, like let's hang out, whatever. And I'm like, I just need to decompress. People have been screaming at me all day about fucking chicken strips and about fucking ranch and honey mustard, whatever. Like, I just need to decompress or whatever. So I started drinking very heavily during COVID. It was fucking bad.
I'm not laughing because it's funny.
I don't care, but it is funny, kind of. Now, it's funny now that I'm on the other side of
it.
Bro.
Very heavily.
I mean, I was fucking putting him back, if you know what I'm saying. I was fucking getting slizzard. I was getting so drunk that Rafe and I were having conversations, and the next morning I would be like talking to him and ask him a question, and he'd be like, dude, we literally talked about that last night. I would not remember so much stuff. So I was getting fucking, whatever, not in a good spot. I don't think I was on antidepressants yet. I can't remember. Either way, not in a good place. So one day at work, I'm supposed to work a double. And here's what happened. My dad called me at one point. So I'm working the bar, and my dad called me at one point and was like, Christina, what's going on? And we're chatting and all that. And I step outside to talk to him for a minute. I'm like, hey, I'm at work. He goes, oh, you're at work? Like doing what? Are you just going to be a bartender forever and then do this little comedy thing, blah, blah, blah? And I don't know. It fucking set me off. Because I already was feeling like, what's happening in the world? I'm depressed. I'm not doing comedy. I'm just working at this bar job, blah, blah, blah. Like, he's basically saying all my weird fears out loud or whatever. And I immediately go, all right, have a good one. And I just hung up on my dad. I don't even think I said have a good one. I think I just said, okay, cool. And I hung up. That's probably more likely. So I hung up on my fucking dad.
Did you go, cool?
Oh, for sure. I was definitely like, all right, cool. And then I hung up. He tried calling me back. I'm like, no, not answering. I was very mad. So then I just started putting him back. I guess, allegedly, that I blacked out at work. Maybe slipped and fell. Maybe was walking a curbside to-go order to a car. Didn't see a car coming, almost got hit by said car, tripped, fell, skinned my knee.
That was so Kevin McKernan.
Yeah. When Chelsea does this, it's the funniest thing in the world. Got me good. She did that to me at Zany's when we were in Nashville doing shows, and it fucking got me good. But yeah, so I got blackout drunk, and I was supposed to work that night, basically to the condition that I was not able to work that night. So people had to steal my phone, call Rafe to come pick me up, who Rafe is sober. And it's not that Rafe is like, I can't be around anybody that's under the influence of substances. But it's like, I made my boyfriend take time out of his day to come and pick me up at work, was blackout drunk. Literally, I thought I was going to get fired. And then right in the nick of time, dude, like 3 people got COVID at work. And we had to shut down that whole week. And things were so stressful because we had to shut down. And guess who flew under the radar? This guy. Everyone was so surprised. Like the owner, my boss, was like, Tina, I could not believe what I was hearing when they told me that you got blackout drunk at work and this, that, and the other. And they were honestly very kind. They were like, are you good? Like, is everything okay? We're kind of worried about you, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, yeah, we're good. So, yeah. Now, boy, I just got the keys to the castle. I mean, I got keys to fucking everything. You need a key? I got it.
Because
You
you're
need
a hard
code to
worker.
something? I got it. I got it all. But yeah, so that's why it's so funny to me when they're like, where's Tina? Tina knows how to do this. Can Tina help? Tina, call Tina. She'll help. I mean, I'll literally get calls from like the girls or whatever at work, and they're like, I forgot to clock out. I'm like, don't fucking call me right now.
I'm not a manager.
No, I mean, I kind of am, but I'm not, and they all know that. So basically, the owner, the one who had to confront me about getting blackout drunk at work, and people were like speculating too. They were like, she had to be on drugs. She was on drugs. But I'm like, I'm the first motherfucker to admit if I was on drugs. If I was on drugs, I'll let you know. I had to tell Libbie within 4 minutes.
Because I'm proud of it.
Because I'm proud of me. I had to tell Libbie within the first 4 minutes of being at the New Kids on the Block concert. I was like, I'm on mushrooms. Now let's shoot into the sky.
That's why she's having so much fun.
That was a fun concert. But yeah, everybody was like speculating, like, oh my God, what's Tina doing? She's on drugs. She was doing drugs. Maybe she's doing heroin. I think she's on cocaine. And I'm like, you guys don't know how drugs work at all. I'm going to go ahead and stop you right there, all of you. And yeah, so then the owner came and talked to me about, I don't know, a month ago and was like, Tina, we got to deal with this thing with this, guy, Malik. He's just he's smoking weed and he smells like fucking weed. And he's like, can you talk to him? Like, because he's one of the managers. And I was like, I'll talk to him. I was like, I got you. And I kind of tried to smooth it over for him, where I was like, well, listen, I was like, he was like, I think he was smoking weed in the bathroom. And I'm like, thinking to myself, I'm like, he's not that fucking stupid. I go, what this motherfucker's doing is carrying around like a fucking weak old blunt that he keeps hitting all day long in his pocket. And anybody that smokes weed knows that if you have a blunt that's been put out and you put that shit in your pocket, you smell like bong water almost. It's just the most potent fucking smell ever. So I walk back and I run over to this guy, Malik, that I work with, who was very high. So, I mean, it's probably 9 a.m. and he is just fucking ripped. And this is how I knew that he was really high. Is I walk back to him and I pull him aside privately. I go, Malik, what the fuck are you doing? And he just goes, looks out. I'm like, what are you doing? I go, you smell like fucking weed. I go, I cannot go to bat for you like as this many times. I'm like, stop smoking blunts. I go, are you carrying around a fucking 2-week-old roach in your pocket? What the fuck are you doing? Why do you smell like weed all the time? And he's just looking at me like, I'm like, are you going to say anything? And he just goes, he's silent the whole time. I go, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to get you a fucking vape pen. And that's what you're going to smoke when you're at work, okay? Because you all fucking smell like weed all the time. And Jim's, he's pissed about all this. And he was like, okay, yeah, that'll be fine. Something stupid like that.
He's probably like, what the fuck?
Yeah. But he knew I was right. Fucking idiot. Stoned to the bone. You think Randy's stoned to the bone? You should see some of these motherfuckers I work with, dude. I'm telling you, man, they're in another fucking realm.
If I had to work in a restaurant, I'd probably be stoned to the bone, too.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to be honest with you.
Oh, yeah. I get high every morning before I go into work. I just take one hit off my vape pen. No, I can't get too spooky like that because I will literally be like, I have to go home. I'll get scared. So I just take one toot in the morning, drink a shit ton of coffee, keep it moving.
So Malik is smelling good these days.
Yeah, he smells like key lime sorbet.
And he's loving his vape pen?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And he's loving it.
I'd like to meet Malik, too.
He's great.
And give him a little sniff and go, smell like key lime pie.
Did I tell you about the thing I said to him where I was like, I'll never call you chef? Okay, so there's this lady I work with who's a super conservative gal. And I worked with her for 7 years. I love her, but like she's fucking off her goddamn rocker. So she, one day, just started calling Malik chef. And that's all she calls him. Is chef working tonight? Where's chef?
Is he the chef?
No. He's like the manager in an expo. Like, I mean, yeah, he cooks some stuff up or whatever. And he wears a fucking shirt from his old restaurant that says Malik sous chef on it. You know?
Well, he's a chef then.
Okay, he's not a fucking chef.
Does he wear one of those stove top hats?
No, dude. Most of the time he wears the dirtiest shirt I've ever seen in America with these fucking sweatpants, walking around like a fucking little turd.
Does he wear anti-slip shoes?
Oh, yeah, because you'll slip in that kitchen. It is greasy as fuck. I've had some falls back there that I'm like, I should have filed workman's comp.
I should be deceased.
Yeah, I should not have made it. One time I slipped so hard that I slammed my head on a rod of like a stainless steel prep table.
God.
And someone tried to catch me. And then one time I slipped and someone grabbed my boobs to try to keep me up. And they were like, I'm sorry. I was like, actually, you saved my life. So no problems here. But yeah, no, Malik, whatever. No one calls him chef except Pam.
Okay.
So Pam's chef, you know, and Malik and I are constantly fucking with each other all the time. And I went out with those girls that I work with, my favorite gals.
Veronica and her sister.
Veronica and company.
The Audis.
Yeah, the Audis. Oh my God, I'm only going to call them that. And yeah, and Isabella, Veronica's sister, her girlfriend, I know does not have an Audi because she a thick bitch. You know what I'm saying?
She got an innie.
Yeah. Dude, her ass is like on your level.
Hell yeah.
It's awesome. I'm always like, man, just give me some of that. But so I go out with them and we all stayed out way too late. Like, yes, we stayed out too late. We had to work in the morning too, like me and one of the other girls. And they were like, Tina, what the fuck did you do to these girls? I'm like, I didn't do shit. These bitches wanted to stay out until that time too. Like, we were having a blast, so we hung out until like 3 a.m. and got very drunk. And we're laughing our asses off. And then he was like, you're too old to be staying out that late. And I was like, yeah, you're actually not wrong, man. Like, for sure. I'm way too old. And he goes, yeah, you're too old. Like, because we're always roasting each other. And he was like, what'd you do? Get home at 3 a.m. and then stay up until 5 a.m. and make a pizza? And I looked at him, I go, no, you fucking idiot. I was blackout drunk. So you know what I did? I was asleep by 3:20 because I passed out. You ever fucking drank before? I'm like, you suck. We're just fucking with each other. And he said something real dumb to me. And I just looked at him very calmly and I go, hey, Malik, I'll never call you chef. I'll never call you chef. Dude, we fucking laughed for so long. It felt like I was literally in a movie about restaurants, and that was like a line somebody wrote and thought it was really epic.
As epic as, I'll find you and I'll kill you. Or whatever he says. Was Malik at your going away party?
No.
Was Veronica?
Yeah.
Did I meet her?
No, you weren't there.
Oh.
No. Oh, my going away party. No. She wasn't. She wasn't working there yet.
What party did you think I'm in?
The 30th birthday party.
Oh, right.
Dude, I met Kevin McKernan's kid. Like, for real. Hung out with him a couple weeks ago.
Mhm.
Funniest fucking kid I've ever met in my life.
For real?
Yeah, and for those of you that don't know, Kevin McKernan is the guy who taught us improv. Like,
The owner of the improv shop.
literally everything we do and what we do is because of him and Andy Slowey. Andy Slowey and Kevin McKernan are basically the backbone of the improv shop. And Libbie and I would not be as funny without them. There's just no way.
Nope.
Wouldn't be as funny. Wouldn't know what to do.
My sister, hold on. Give me a second here.
Okay, yeah, clear your throat.
My sister gave me a couple items to put in my storage background.
Yeah.
One of them was a DVD, and the other one was an improv shop cup. Remember how they ordered the wrong size?
Oh, the plastic cups?
The plastic ones, the blue ones.
I
So I
love
put
it.
that in there. But
It's going to be in your storage podcast background?
Yeah, it's in there now. She goes, I think this really impacted your comedy career, so I want you to put this up there.
That makes me want to
I'm
cry.
like, damn straight it did.
I know. I don't remember who I was talking to about improv recently, but they were like, oh, what's the scene like in St. Louis? And I was like, no, it's good. You know, like,
It's good.
yeah. So, but either way, I met Kevin McKernan's kid, and his name's William, and dude, we were calling him Wild Bill because the kid is off his rocker, and I fucking love it. He does this thing. He's really into superheroes. He's so kind and sweet and very good at talking about his feelings, and I've never really met a child like this. He's 4, and he was like, Dada, you really hurt my feelings earlier, and I'm still mad at you. And he was walking down the stairs saying that, and, you know, Kevin's talking to him, and it was so sweet. He's such a good dad. And he was like, well, buddy, I thought we talked about that, and we're all good. And William Wild Bill does this thing where he holds fists up. And he says some weird line. Like, he walked up to Kevin at one point and goes, you don't want to know what's next. Dude, he says these a lot. And he was walking down the stairs when he was talking shit to his dad and like being really open and feely. He's like, Dada, I'm really mad at you from earlier. Like, you know, I'm still mad. And then he goes, and Kevin goes, buddy, put your fist down. Like, stop. Why are you putting your fist up at me like you're going to fight me? You know? And like,
I'll never call you shit, Dad.
dude, anytime he gets mad, he literally be like, and I asked him, I'm like, who taught you that? He's like, I don't know.
Who are you trying to fight, bro?
Yeah. Dude, and like the McKernans, Kevin McKernan's getting a pool in his backyard, and I'm so excited. He was like, yeah, I'm just thinking about trying to get my kid pussy when he's in high school.
That guy's such a freaking nerd.
Dude.
I love him.
Biggest nerd ever. So funny. Just watching a child get mad about something and hold fists up like he's going to fight you. And he's like a small fry. He's like,
He's 4?
yeah.
Damn.
Hilarious.
Already that articulate.
Absolutely hilarious. Oh, yeah. Talks about his feelings. He said at one point, like, I need to be alone. And he walked.
Oh, kids should always be taught that stuff. That's so good.
I know. He walked and literally sat under the dining room table with his headphones on, looking at his iPad. Headphones not connected. Sound is just going through everywhere. And he sat there for like an hour until he like chilled out because he got mad.
What did Kevin do to him?
We were talking about too, like when you're a kid and your parents would be like, oh, he's showing off. And it was like the most embarrassing fucking thing ever. You know what pisses me off is my dad would say it when no one was around. It would be just like me and him arguing. He goes, okay, Tina, stop showing off. And I'm like, there's nobody here except us.
I'm showing off for you, Dad.
Oh, God, I fucking hated that. It was the most embarrassing thing ever because you're like,
No, I'm not. Well, clearly, you're like, you are showing off.
what are you talking about? Now that I'm older and I see kids and I see when they're showing off, part of me wants to just be like, come here, you little bitch. Like,
Stop showing it. Stop. No more show off. You will put show off.
get over here. Put show off there. Dude, that's like the ultimate roast when you're a fucking kid. Getting sizzled for showing off. That's like, I remember that's when I was embarrassed when I was a kid, was when like they would say something like that. And I would be like, okay.
You know what was even more embarrassing when they'd be like, oh, you're showing off because you think so-and-so's cute. Like maybe there's an adult they know you kind of got a crush on. Oh, you're showing off because Tommy's in the room. And you'd be like, no.
And you turn like immediately bright red. You're like,
God, how did they know?
You're like, fuck, I'm 6. He's 38. We can't have a future.
You're showing off because you get a crush on Tommy. No!
Yeah. They're like, are you just being mean because there's boys around? And I'm like, ah. I don't know if I ever did that. I remember having one boyfriend over. His name was Trey Bristow. We did that middle school thing where, like, you know, when you dated, when you were in...
R.I.P. to that peppercini. Man. She's still going to eat it, though. Guaranteed.
Did lick the ranch that went on the way down.
Because that ranch is worth it. I'd lick it off the floor. In the arms of... Oh, there's a hair.
I'm out.
There's an arm of an angel.
Yeah, but I had this guy, Trey Bristow, over to my parents' house one time. Like, my house was not a party house or, like, fun or anything like that. And he, like, came up in my bedroom or whatever and, like, fingered me and stuff in there. It's like...
Whoa, yeah.
Whoa. And my parents were
Dad,
like...
I'm showing off. Today is showing off.
Daddy, I'm showing off. Getting finger blasted and it goes nowhere. God, I am so glad those days are over. Getting fucking finger blasted in a movie theater and you're just like, ugh. I'm so wet and nothing's happening.
I'm so horny.
God, I'm horny.
God, I love getting fingered.
God, you just exclaimed that during the movie. Oh, God, I love getting fingered. Huh? Keep it down, bitch.
Stop showing off up there.
Hey, you're showing off. Quit showing off. I'm going to start saying that anytime someone's doing PDA. Hey, quit showing off. What's going on here?
Oh,
you guys kissing to show off?
Quit just showing off.
Oh, I can't believe that guy came into my house, into my bright pink bedroom, and finger blasted me in my parents' house.
Why?
Because it's like, he was literally one of those guys that I chatted on AIM with for like a couple weeks. And he came over to my house like one time and we were like boyfriend and girlfriend, but it was like for a week and a half. And it's like, I dated Trey Bristow and all I got was this finger blast.
That was his name?
Trey Bristow.
Bristol? Have you looked him up?
No.
I'd love to know what he's doing. If you know Trey.
Yeah, if you're from Kansas City and you know a Trey Bristow, Bristow, he finger blasted me circa 2004.
Oh, God, that was the year I got married.
Was it?
Uh-huh.
Well, what do you know? We're not too not alike. You were getting finger blasted and so was I.
Finger blasting, whoo.
Oh, man, just the amount of fucking dudes I let finger me when I was younger, too. It's like, y'all are nasty.
You were showing off.
You ever been fingered and been like, yuck, get away from me?
I don't think so. I've always been like, ooh.
One time I got fingered and I was like, yuck. And I was in pain the next day because I don't think this person knew what they were doing.
They were just like...
They put on like glow-in-the-dark things on their tips and were like, ooh, 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 ooh. They were like doing a cool dubstep song to my pussy.
They were like, here's the church, here's the steeples. Open the door and see other people.
He was literally like this. Can you paint with all the colors of the wind? No, dude, he had long nails. I don't even want to talk about it. It was so disgusting. But here's what I will say is that I had some abrasions.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
some
God.
lesions?
Abrasions, not lesions. There's a difference.
Because if you see a lesion,
say
Say
something.
something.
Hey, you can't just see a lesion and not say something, okay? Those are the rules, and everybody should know that by now. You don't get to just be walking around these streets seeing a lesion and not saying something. You let that person know, too. Is that a lesion? Just say something.
Somebody said something to me at the gas station. I almost got in a fight.
What?
Well, I wanted to.
What happened? Ooh, I can't wait.
I come out of the gas station. She's pumping gas over here, and I'm on the other side of the pump. And she's just saying curse words. And I look over, and there's poor kids sitting in the front seat like, "Durr." And she's like, "This fucking thing don't work, blah, blah, blah." So I get in my car, and I'm getting directions to Randy's house because I was in South County at the bank before that. Probably a minute goes by, and she goes, "Oh, God, she's just sitting in her car taking up that gas pump when somebody could be getting gas." Literally, no one was waiting. And I was like,
oh,
my head went like this. And my face started to get real red, and I was like, I'm going to have to say something to her. But I didn't say anything, but I wanted to be like, "Are you okay?" Because that's even worse than
every
shut
time.
the fuck up, bitch.
It's way worse. It's embarrassing.
Like, is everything, because really I was like, is everything okay with her? And then she's getting in the car and saying it again. "Yeah, there's this lady over there taking up a gas pump."
It's like, are you on a Bluetooth call with somebody? Like, what the fuck are you doing?
She was telling her little child.
Quit showing off.
Quit showing off, lady.
Quit showing off to your kid, you fucking
But
loser.
no one was waiting.
Oh, God,
And
that's
also,
so
she
annoying.
looks like Casey Anthony. So that was the reason I first looked at her, because I thought, God, is that Casey Anthony?
And you were like, I just watched this really nice documentary on her. I think she's innocent.
Didn't watch it.
I did.
Why would she say that? No one's waiting unless she either has a mental problem, was on some kind of narcotic,
Illicit substance.
or she was having a hard day and wanted to take it out on me.
Because, dude, people are bitches. I can't fucking stand when people say dumbass shit like that. That's when I know you are gonna see, I promise you, one day, some fucking clip or whatever of me getting fucking either me getting punched or me punching someone. I know it's happening. Because it's like, I've just got to the point where I fucking had enough. This guy was like
Right.
screaming at this lady in the gas station one day, and I was just like, "Hey, bro, calm the fuck down." I'm like, "What are you doing?" And when you roast people like that, like you said, it fucking gets them. They get mad about that.
Because they have to stop and think about their behavior.
It's like that guy I told you that called, he was like, "You're looking at me like I'm fucking R-worded." At
Beep.
Yeah, but
Close
just
enough.
do it. This guy literally, he was like, "You're looking at me right now like I'm fucking R-worded." And I looked at
And
him.
he said the word or R
He
word?
said, no, he said the word in front of an entire restaurant of people. And I look at him and I go, "Whoa." I said, "First off, you got to calm the fuck down and you can't say shit like that. Okay." I said, "There's kids." Like, I think I wasn't cursing at him. I think
If anybody's fucking cussing, it's going to be me, sir.
I looked at him. I said, "Listen up, you fucking dumb piece of shit. First off, that's offensive, motherfucker." I think I did say that. I go, "That's fucking offensive." There's fucking kids here. Look at that child.
Look at that little fucking kid there. Look how fucking cute he is.
Look at that fucking.
He's fucking showing off. Well, look at him.
Hey, man, you're showing off. You're shorter than me. I know what you're doing. He was shorter than me. That's where it all stemmed from. Oh, he lost his mind. He went fucking ballistic. And an old lady, like, walked past him, and she goes, "Ugh, you're a fucking dick." As she was walking out of the restaurant. She goes, "Ugh, bye. You're a fucking dick." Oh, I fucking loved it. Yeah, he said the R word, and this lady had to, like, cover her fucking kid's ears. And I'm just like, "Oh, my God, guy." I'm like, "You are out of your mind." And then he just lost it because I wasn't giving him what he wanted. I'm like, he's like, "You're looking at me like I'm fucking R-worded." And he's like, "Yeah. Okay, you know what? I'm sorry. I'm sorry if I offended you." And then he goes on and on and on yelling. And then in 2 minutes, like, into his little diatribe, he goes, "You know what? I'm not sorry I offended you." And I was like, "Yeah, we know." I go, "Is there anything else I can help you with?" "Okay, great. Have a good night."
Bye-bye.
I said, "Cool." I ain't got time for that shit anymore.
Take your turkey chili and get the hell out of here.
I just don't. I don't have the patience for it. I don't like when people, like, and especially when people are yelling at me when I'm working in a restaurant. So I'm like, do you know who I am? I'm in 2 local commercials.
Bam.
Jim Butler and Academy Air and Cooling. So why don't you take note, okay? They just treat you like you're fucking trash. I'm just sick of these motherfuckers. I'm sick of people acting up. It's worse after COVID. It really is. Because people are psycho. They've been in too long.
Jeez.
I wish you got in a fight with that bitch.
Well, if she had said anything like fat bitch or anything, I would have been like, all right, I got to get
You
out
roll
of
the window
car.
down and you're like,
Yeah, I'm fat. Roll it back up.
yeah, but then the electricity stops, so you got to reel it up.
I'm like, hold on a minute.
You look at her, you're like, oh yeah, you pissed I'm sitting here? Watch this. Light a cigarette.
The whole gas station explodes.
Yeah.
I showed her.
You're the only one that makes it out alive. You're walking out alive. You and that kid becomes your child.
Then she drives away, and I go, I'll never call you chef.
I'll never call you chef. Mark my words. All right, everybody. Well, that is going to go ahead and conclude today's episode of Slop City Podcast.
It's concluded.
Thank you so much for joining us. Make sure to check out the Storage Podcast, Libbie's other podcast that she is going to do instead of Slop City Podcast.
Don't start
Just
rumors.
kidding. I know people are going to get mad. All right, love yous.
Love y'all. And cut. A tomato.
I've actually really enjoyed taking my salad and dipping it and taking little nibbles.